Hello all, welcome to the online webinar series conducted by Evolution Careers in association with RSN Consult. I am Sukumar, the host for the day, and this session is organized by Ms. Harshita Shah. The speaker for the day is Ms.Sangeeta RoyChaudhuri, who is the author of celebrated motivational poetry book, Celebrate Your Wings. She is an alumni of St.Xaviers, Calcutta, and has School of Business, Berkeley.
We have maybe sent invite to many people. Only the ones who really want to make a change in their life, they are the ones who have come in this webinar because they thought maybe something I'll get back from the webinar which will impact in my life. So give a pat on your back saying you have done fabulous job. And next 30, 40, 50 years got to be all the more fabulous by changing the thinking, by changing the attitude, and by believing in yourself that you can do it. And that's the first principle. Now, if you look at I think there is a little difficulty in running the slide. So I kind of keep this more interactive over the top. One of the second principle what I have is that, what do you think the biggest fear you have in your life? What I'm asking the participant, what do you think? You can either unmute yourself or you can write in the chat box that biggest fear you have in your life. Can I have a few answers? I'm sure all of us have some fear. The day I'm here, there is some fear going back on our mind. Oh my God, if I do this, something else may happen. If I do this, maybe I won't be. There is always some calculation our mind keep doing, right? In our subconscious mind. Fear of failure, absolutely. We always fail the fear of failure, right? What happens if I fail? I got a degree, future life, absolutely. How many of us are so scared that tomorrow what will happen, right? But we kept on being scared for last 2-3 decades of life. What will happen if I lose, if I do this, if I do that? Do you think you have actually gone through any deep failure that you could not come up? Every failure which you are thrown into, you came out so brightly and successfully. Look at yourself, your own journey. Whatever time you have been on the world, look at the failure was pushed to you, but you decided to push back. You decided that no, it's okay. I'll come out brighter. So everybody is, having fear of losing a job, fear of losing child, losing a life, fear of failing in exam, fear of not getting picked up by the campus, fear of not being successful. But that is just the fear. What you have to do is that you have to live in the current moment and do your best in that moment. What tomorrow happens, nobody knows, right? And what is the past has happened, I don't have a control. What I have a control is my current situation. And I can change my future by focusing on my current situation, that is today, by being the best version of myself. That means by working hard today, by giving my best input every day, I can make my future bright. Then why do I have to worry so much? Right? It is not about, as I don't know whether how many of you know this lady Oprah Winfrey, which is sort of showing in the screen. It is, she was the person who born in a village, in a maid servant house, in a town in US called Mississippi. And she became the world's one of the top billionaire because when her parents and grandma said that you are born in a family of a maid servant, you really cannot really do anything. Rather, she challenged her status quo and she said that I will take control of my life and I'll make it big. And today, she's the biggest ever motivational speaker, the anchor. She is the person who goes to all the top colleges to give the commencement speech. And she is my biggest strength. I keep listening to her day in and out. So it is the fear of failure is bound to be there. We are nobody sure. Today is the corona. I know there are a few job losses will happen. A lot of people who came out from the campus might not get placed, but that's just for today and few months. You keep trying, putting your hard-earned effort. Tomorrow you'll make it beautiful. That's a challenge. If we go to the very important point, as I said now, once you move on from the fear of failure and focus on today, what you is that you also need to understand every failure happens in your life there is a reason behind it. We will never enjoy success if we have not tasted failure, right? If you easily got the first class, if you easily got the distinction, if you easily got recruited by one of the top college, you easily got successful, you easily got promotion, you will never get the taste of how it feels. So it's okay, because every time you fail, you learn from it, you bounce back so hard that tomorrow you decide that I will make that tomorrow beautiful. And you work so hard for it that it actually becomes rewarding. So if you had a straight line that you always gone up like that, you have never had the curvy line in your life, that means, you have never explored your possibility. You have remained stagnant. You know how the ECG report is there? If the ECG report comes there, there's no life to it. If the ECG report goes like up and down, that means there's so much more to learn. So it's okay. Embrace each failure. Whenever anything happens, you might say, ma'am, I've done so hard work, but my results are not good. People in my class who was not the best of the student, they got picked up. What did I do? Why didn't I get picked up? Trust me, God is giving you an opportunity to look at yourself, work better, and tomorrow, when you turn back, you will see you have gone miles ahead of others. So it is not about today's status. It is about how consistently and persistently you are able to keep focusing on your job and keep doing so many times that tomorrow you come out shining bright, right? That's the principle. Now, how many of you know Jack Ma? You know about Jack Ma, any of you? Some chat window, some unmuted voice can I have? Okay, I think you want to listen more than being interactive. So I kind of, Jack Ma, okay. Jack Ma, I'll not tell everything about him, but do a little research. This is one of the largest influential person who had started an online store in China called Alibaba. And that become a billionaire, throughout the world, one of the topmost billionaire in the world. So he said that when KFC came to China, right, for campus recruitment, 24 of the people went for the job interview, out of which 23 people got accepted. Only one person did not get accepted, that is him. So he decided that it's okay, I didn't get accepted, fine, but I'll try hard and make my business. He applied in Harvard University for over more than 10 times. And every 10 times, he got rejected from there. So he told himself that today I got rejected, tomorrow I'll go and teach in Harvard. And this gentleman put the entire effort into his business. He built up a brand called Alibaba. And that became one of the biggest success globally. And then Harvard people called him saying, can you come and give a speech to our student? It's an honor to have you. And he goes back to that session and he opens that. 10 times I've applied here in this university, Harvard University. I never got a seat. And today I'm being called to come and talk to them about my life journey. So that's the power of positivity. That's the power of saying no to every imperfect thing is thrown up to you. Like that's the power of saying yes, that everything comes to my life, I'll make it big. Once you have that attitude and you start believing in yourself, trust me, you will start attracting so many positivity around. You have a business idea. I know a couple of the biggest business billionaire in India today. Somehow due to my job profile, I work with the succession and estate planning team, and I get a chance to interact with the celebrities. I get a chance to interact with the biggest businessmen in the people in the Indian corporate culture. And when I've always asked them, what do you think have worked for you? You have made it so big in life, right? What is that had worked for you? And every answer I started noting, and I have about interviewed hundred of celebrity. My second book is about to get launched, which is the interview with the celebrity. And everywhere when I actually look at all their answer, it comes only one thing. I decided not to quit. And I believed in myself that no matter whatever it is, I'll make it work. And trust me, hundred of interview I've done across all the celebrity, that's the same answer I got. That Never say no to yourself, believe in yourself, and make it happen by yourself. Then only you will actually make it happen. So, almost half an hour, I think I will have 10, 15 more minutes. So, if I go to the, what is, as you, all of you say, we talked about Jack Ma. If you go to the next slide, you see the ability to bounce back harder, it's count. Failure gives you an opportunity to begin once again, and this time completely with a brand new one. So I know today a lot of people are so stressed out due to Corona. There are people always thinking, oh my God, how would I feed my family? Oh my God, I won't be getting able to get a job. What will happen? But market will go through up and down, right? How you see 2008 subprime crisis, early 2000 we had that IT boom, that crashed. After 2000, 10 years, 2019-20, we are seeing the Corona. Every 10 years, there will be some disaster, but the strongest will survive. Wherever you are, may it be your college, may it be your school, may it be your company, may it be your business, make yourself indispensable. Just make sure you work so hard and you put entire focus into the task given to you, that no, your name doesn't come as a primary person to be rejected. Make yourself indispensable so much that you are the choice to be retained no matter whatever thunder comes. Once you do that, nobody else, no matter whatever Corona, no matter whatever impact in the life comes, you will come out shining bright. It is not the average. It is always the people. It's not about the talent. Talent is gifted. It's nothing. People who are super talented, they think we are very talented. We won't be able to put in hard effort. They will actually eventually fade away. It is the consistency and persistence of hard work and saying, I can, I will, I would. That is the thing which makes yourself a better person. Now, my principle number 4, it is choose yourself over others. It takes guts to believe your intuition. Do things what makes you happy. It is very important that if I want to decide something, I go and ask 100 of people, do you think I should take this? Or do you think this is better for me? Nobody knows you better than you know yourself. You have been with yourself for last 20, 30, 40 years of your life. So believe in your intuition. Your sixth sense will always guide you right. It takes guts to trust your intuition. When I remember when I started, I had my own e-commerce venture, and this is the time I started at a very tough financial time in the family. So everybody said that what you're doing is disaster. Don't do it. Or even when I went to do my study in US, they said you worked for 10, 12 years. You took all the saving and went to US to do a 1-year MBA. Are you crazy? What you're doing to yourself? You have so much large family to take care. But trust me, I believed in my little voice on my head, my intuition. They told me, just follow your dream. And that 1 year at the high school, UC Berkeley, changed my life. That told me how to be confident. That taught me to believe in myself. That taught me that nothing is impossible to achieve. And that totally changed. So that's what I'm saying. Believe in your intuition, believe in your gut feeling. Don't have to ask opinion about yours, everybody, that who you are. That trust, you are wonderful. You are a creature of magnificent significance. Then only, you know, you can make choices for yourself. If you don't make choices, someone else will make choice for you, not for your best interest. If somebody else makes choices for you, that will be for their best interest. So it's important to take control of your life, hold the anchor, and row the boat. It is more you praise and celebrate your life, there is more there in the life to celebrate. The more you start believing that you are a wonder, you are a miracle, you can attract positivity, trust me, the life also throw up. I don't know how many of you have read this book called Secret. That's a very powerful book that kind of changed my life. It is called a law of attraction. What you believe within, you will project the same feeling in your work, in your talk, the way you you sort of present yourself. And that, what you're projecting to the outer world, people around you will form opinion about you on how you feel about yourself. The moment you feel you are less, you moment you feel you are insignificant, in you, the way you present yourself, that kind of vibes will go out to the world, and world will start forming opinion. So the day you start thinking that you really are wonder, in your presence, people, you will also kind of radiate that personality to others. So what others' perception about you is your own reflection of your thought. Other, whatever they perceive, because what you're reflecting through your behavior, that's what the others are perceiving. So when you start believing in yourself, other will start giving you that respect. It's very, very important, to have that belief. Every day, morning and evening, go in front of the mirror and tell yourself, I'm wonderful. I can do miracle. Today's my day. Trust me. And you will start working towards it. People will start forming opinion. Okay, he or she is a brand new version. That's the way it works. What to attract in your thought, that to percolate out to the world, and world start forming opinion about you on what you think. This actually the right principle, and that has totally changed my life. My next principle, what I have seen, which really changed my life, is that moving yourself from safe zone. Our brain is so designed to keep us safe. Okay, Mina, I have this 9 to 5 job. I don't want to take risk. I'm doing this. I don't want to go out and pursue higher studies. Oh my God, I have a nice, comfortable life. Why I have to take risk? I'll be happy doing that. That's the thing. Our mind is always trying to keep ourselves in a safe zone, right? We don't want to push ourselves beyond our safety limit because we fear the failure, right? The moment you go to the edge of, of a valley, you say, oh my God, if I take a jump, what will happen? I might fall. But that's the way the brain is designed, because everything around you, the way we have grown up, we've heard, no? Have a safe job, have a safe life, have something safe. So forgo to take the risk. It's important to challenge your status quo and take the risk, because the moment you start taking risks, you invent the new era of life. And the moment you invent the new era of life, your new life begins. And when you look back those time, you will thank yourself for coming so far. It's very, very important to really move on. So if you look at my next slide, I have got his Mahatma Gandhi ji is my very, very favorite, and I'm really been touched by him. When you do something significant, first people will ignore you, then people will laugh at you, then they'll fight you. Don't do that, don't do that. And finally, you win, right? The moment you think something disruptive idea, your friends, your co-worker, your colleague, your family, you will say, oh my God, this girl is gone crazy, this boy is gone crazy, nothing will happen. First they'll ignore you, but you stand there and said, I will do it, I have to do it. Then they'll start laughing at you. Oh my God, this guy is, what's wrong with the person? Look at it. We're all telling, they're not listening, but you still decide to stick onto your dream, keep working hard. They'll start fighting, saying that don't do, don't do. But finally, when you take off, you will win with the flying colors. And that's the time everybody at the back will clap for you. That is a phase of life. So ignore that laughter, ignore the ignorance, ignore those fights. Just focus on your dream, hard work, and move on. Take your flight on. That's where you can change the life. I've got the next principle, which is it's very, very, very important to understand two questions: who we are and what is the purpose of our life. Everything that is happening in your life has a bigger purpose that is pushing you to be serving your bigger purpose. The, the fact you are here that matters. It is not where you came from, where you will go. Today, you are here. You're listening to this talk. You're being nurtured, groomed by the industry expert. The reason you decided for your life to come and be on this talk, because you took the ownership to learn something. So today you are there, that matters. That is the first step you have taken to change your life. Whatever you do your best. Whatever, even if you do a laying brick to a e-commerce, to a teaching, to be a student, just do your best you can. Nothing else can stop you from succeeding. Trust me. Wherever you're thrown into, just try to be indispensable and give your best effort there. That is the mantra. Nothing else. Because luck is something, you know how luck gets created? First, you put in hard work. The hard work will take you to a place luck recognizes you. So people who get lucky overnight, no. People actually only see the top of the iceberg. Everybody see the tip of the iceberg. Oh my God, they're so successful. But then don't see the late night, the early morning they have got up, the 24 hours effort they have put in, the consistency they have shown. Nobody sees what's there bottom of the iceberg, right? Everybody sees the top of the iceberg. So the moment you decide to really work hard and best, wherever you have been thrown into, do your best, luck will get created. And I promise you that. If you see you don't get lucky, hold me responsible. If you really put hard work, nothing can stop you from being lucky, honestly. The last but the most, I think I have two more principles to go before I end. Principle 7, being ambitious is very, very important to be ambitious. Be hungry for your ambition. If you have seen a dream from childhood that I want to be there, be so hungry that nobody else can stop you. Don't benchmark someone else's ambition, someone else's dream. Fight for your own dream. Because I decided that I'll get myself the English degree. I'll be a motivational speaker. I'll go and do my MBA from US. You know, people from my background, if you look at 99% could not come up. But why? Is the luck been with me? Yes, luck supported me because luck kept seeing me that I put in the kind of hard work day in and day out. Luck decided I'll bow down in front of this girl because she has too much of power to say yes for every fight. So trust me, be ambitious, be hungry for your dreams. You know, this is, my favorite quote. Azim Premji, if people are not laughing at your goals are too small. Have so much big goal that people should think, oh my God, this girl and this guy really not worth it. Because from my town, nobody can think, I could come up to here. So have that big goal. Have it from today. If you have wasted the first 10 years, first 20 years, first 30 years, doesn't matter. What you are, today you take your leadership, take control of your life. Tomorrow, it will be a beautiful day. And the last thing before I end the session, very important, meet your full potential. What is the full potential? Before going to bed, focus on this is the homework, and I request you, all of you, to take note of it. I have done this. I've changed a huge change in my life. From where to where I've traveled. I think because of these three principles that I'm going to share with you. So every day before going to bed, just look at your day and see what all you have achieved today. Right? So keep a grateful journal. What you are grateful for today. You are grateful for the session today. You are grateful for you have done something today. You are grateful because your parents told you something nice. Whatever you have done, something great. 3 grateful. What the day you have contributed, you're grateful for. Is very important to be thankful and grateful instead of being, oh, nothing is happening, nothing is going right. It's very important to acknowledge the fact that we have beautiful parents, beautiful family, beautiful children, great place to work. There are so many people in India can't have a 2-course meal. We are not in that part. We are the privileged 20% to 30% class where we have the higher studies. We can who have 3 phases of meal. We can have nice family and parents. So be grateful for whatever you have been gifted by and write 3 journal. And the second thing you write down, this is called lie journal. What is lie journal? Lie journal is about what lie you keep telling to yourself, that I am not good enough. Don't have the public speaking skills. I'm not brainy enough. This is the lie you keep telling to yourself. So when you start writing down in your journal, I think I am really not good enough, something wrong with me. Cut that line and replace the line, I think I'm that good because I think I have this. Right? So the lie journal is, let me repeat the sentence before I end. whatever lie you have been telling to yourself that I'm not good enough for this or this or this. I'm not talented enough. I'm not focused enough. I think I'm a failure. All those lie, you strike it by your pen and write down and replace the word with a different positive connotation. The moment you say, I think I'm not smart enough, you write down, I am smart enough because I've done this in life and I'll do it. So keep striking every lie you tell to yourself. That weakness will become your strength when you start believing and changing the voice within you. So I'm almost come to the end of the session. uh, of course all of you know Steve Jobs, right? So he's one of the quote is very close to my heart. That is, the ones who think they're crazy enough to change the world, they are the ones actually do. And you agree with me, right? The people who thought they'll be crazy enough to really change the world, they are the people who go and do it. And I'll end the session by a quote of Michelle Obama. It is very important is that success is not about how much money you make. It is about what difference you make in people's life. We always think I, me, myself, what I will do, what will happen, I decided the day, whatever I could, I'll start making one change in life. Now, I remember I have a ironing lady, people who press the clothes. So the day I went to give my sort of kapra, my clothes to this lady, I saw she's got one son, one daughter. Son is studying in some school, and daughter is like said that you come press this, press this. I asked her why your daughter is not going to school. She said, Ma, Amma, she'll get married. Anyway, go to other's house. Anyway, she'll not be able to earn anything. She's a daughter. What can I do? And that is the day I think I was studying my MBA masters, right? So I told, okay, whatever it takes. How much does it take in a government school? Free? Maybe some books. I'll buy those books and pencils. My request that you send her to the school. And last, she was maybe 6 years that time. Today, I just kind of told her whatever it takes for her to go to school, I'll support. What does it cost? 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, because they'll go to government school, some pencils and paper and book will buy. Then when they go into 11, 12, instead of supporting that girl, and that girl today is one of the manager in Goldman Sachs, one of the largest leading MNC company. And she comes back crying to me, saying that, ma'am, you really changed my life. So don't think about I, me, myself. Start giving back to the world. Trust me, world will open multiple opportunity for you. The more you give, you attract all the more before you. So I kind of, end the session here. Love to take in question answer. The last quote which I end the session. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Build your team, build your network, believe in yourself, together march ahead. And trust me, you will find a miracle in your life and it will change your life direction. So before I end, I want to kind of tell all of you. So I've written this book, you can't see that, it's called Celebrate Your Wings. All this life journey I talked about, I've captured here in the book. It is in the poetry format. As a first time author, maybe 99% people won't get a best-selling status because the first time nobody knows you. But within publishing, within first month, the book picked up the number 2 best-selling status on Amazon. The book name is Celebrate Your Wings. It is there for free read as well. If you get time, you just press Celebrate Your Wings. You will get to see some free reading. Ke liye I have kept options. If somebody wants to subscribe, you can buy Kindle. All this what I talked, this I captured in the book in a poetry format. People came back to me. There are people who wanted to end their life. They said, ma'am, I read your book. I decided to give a second chance. And trust me, those girls are doing so well in life. So that's what I believe. If my talk can really bring some changes in your life, I'll be the most happiest of all. Trust me, you guys are gifted by all the potential and you can really go out to the world and make a miracle. Just believe in yourself and move on. That's it from my side. Thank you so much for patiently listening to me almost an hour. I don't believe I started at 4:30, now 5:20, but it was lovely talking to you. Any question, answer, I'm open to have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody said, yeah. Thanks,
Thank you,
Akshita.
madam. Thank you, madam. It was lovely to have you this evening.
Pleasure is completely mine. I always try to make some difference if I can. And if it can really create some difference to anybody's life, I'll be more than privileged, to be here.
Now,
Thanks for organizing it.
thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Artisan Consulting Group. Thank you, the team of Evolution Careers. And I really thank the guest for being a part of this session. It was really wonderful and lovely to have you this evening. Well, it would be grateful, and we request the participant to kindly post your queries one on one, either through chat or if you can unmute it. Ma'am is available today, and we can have this session. There is one question that's popped up. From my childhood, it is a trend that that I have to struggle hard to reap the success in all activities in my life.
Right. Consider yourself the lucky one. Whoever has posted the question, I'm not able to see. The moment God decides you more struggle, because God is preparing you for a bigger and better path of life.
Okay.
Every time you face multiple challenges, it is a way for you, the universe sending you a message that you're the chosen one, because of which we're giving you so much of trouble to make you a much bigger and better version of yourself. So it's okay. You stop thinking what will happen tomorrow. Maybe from tomorrow it will be beautiful. Whatever has happened is past. A lot of people don't have parents, a lot of people don't have food to eat, a lot of people don't have many things. But we are all been gifted in some way or others. So whatever happens, that's past. You take charge of your life and make your life beautiful. I don't know, I can't see those questions. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe Harshita, if you can read the question.
Yes, I have read one. Can I have some more queries? Participant, you can even text your queries or even unmute one on one so that we can have a live session. I repeat it. If there are any queries, you can unmute your microphone or even you can post a text so we can read those. Well, we do have a lot of feedbacks. We would really appreciate if we could have a lot of queries on this. Well, there is another query. What if life setbacks with a goal that we had designed and it goes with the design that is never the one that was for us? And what next to do? I'm a startup.
Sorry, can you, Harshita, I kind of missed the question. Sorry, I was typing something. Can you repeat it?
What if life shows another goal which is never designed by one? I'm a startup consultant and I would like to understand how to rework on those goals, as you are very good, as we heard it from Madam that you are a financial consultant. So if you can really help us on this.
Okay, so what I understood your question is that you have designed something, but life is pushing you for something else. So how do you startup consulting? Startup, I had my own startup. I know how tough it is, but out of which you will find 10% also shining bright. It is that ability to hold on and believe in your idea. If life is throwing a different direction, you know, trust your gut or trust your intuition, because nothing can go wrong when you start believing in your intuition and put your full focus. I know it's very competitive. India is one of the most competitive country with so many people, so many ideas. It's sort of really difficult, but if you decide to really hold on to it, your belief, and start focusing what you want, you will start attracting all of it. You cannot, don't demotivate yourself, just keep focusing yourself on the goal. And if something keeps changing, you have designed yourself on a certain way, life is giving you another design, go by the intuition, what is the best, and focus on that. You'll start attracting a lot of positivity and abundance, trust me.
Wonderful. Well, madam, for a startup to be successful, what are the basic things that is required
See,
apart
one of the
from?
very important, these three things, I think three things very important. So there is a lot of startup today, right? So if your startup idea is solving a key problem which is there, just answer that. If you think your startup can solve a real problem, genuine problem which is being faced, it will definitely attract success. Many times, startup founder really cannot take it big because they actually go short of funding, and funding is really big challenge in this current status. So today, if you see a lot of startup showing multiple negative return, they are actually raising a lot of money. How do you think that? Because the future of 3 million user or 30 million user are very brilliant, right? So once you think your startup is solving a real problem, trust me, arranging a funding is not that challenge. Once you get the first round of funding from the family and friends, then you go to the next seed capital, then it comes series A, B, C, D, E. So if if it is actually targeting a particular problem which you're able to solve, everybody, I work with, I work with a venture capital firm, and I know how angel investor and the VC fund are willing to actually fund right ideas, but they're not getting right ideas. If you are convinced about the ideas, and if you really want to make it big, reach out to all these people. I'm sure you'll find some solution. It is a tough market, but it is possible.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your response and a reply for this. We have got another query from a participant. This is Anindya, who wants to do startup but can't take the step. How do I take the step?
What is stopping you, Ananda? That is very important to know. If you want to
Uh,
start a startup, what is stopping you?
Miss Anandya, why don't you unmute your headphone so that we can have a interactive session?
Hi, this is Anindya.
Hi.
It's not Miss Ma'am, it's Madam. It's a sir. Uh,
I'm sorry.
I am
I'm
working.
absolutely sorry.
That's
It
okay.
was stored as Miss. I'm sorry. It's Mr. Anindya.
That's okay. I'm working somewhere. A few of my friends have started their own company. Uh, they have been asking me to take the plunge. There are a few ideas, but I don't have the risk appetite to take the leap of faith. Is
Mhm.
there something that I need to do differently?
Okay. Thanks for your question, Anindya. What happens, if you're not ready yet, then you start questioning yourself. If you're ready, then no matter how much of risk averse you are, you still pull yourself into that direction. It's very important to understand, am I really ready now? I might have idea and I might want to do something, but if we are not ready yet, my mind will be one this portion, another side this portion. So it's very important to be able to, in a genre where you are finding yourself very comfortable, you believe in your idea, then no matter how risk averse you are or risk pro you are, you will jump on that field and you will definitely shine off, because you have to first start believing that you can and you will, and then only the next step happens. If you start doubting that, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure yet, I want to do but I'm not sure yet, that means you're not convinced yourself fully. So once you convinced yourself and you really want to do something, nothing in the world can stop you, honestly. Thanks, Anindya. That's a lovely question.
I hope Anandya ji, your queries are being satisfied. I
Yes,
request.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the response, sir. I really request other participants to come online or if just post your queries because Madam is available and we can, it's a good time to interact, get knowledge, share information.
I'm so happy to see all the reply I'm getting in the chat box. Oh my god. So thank you everybody. Looks like I've been able to make some difference in few of your lives or few of your days. I'm so glad and grateful to be able to do this.
Okay,
And
there is one question,
yeah,
one query. How to get branding done for a startup that offers a service that is not in the market
okay.
with
So
traditional mindset customers?
okay, so now the two things, right? So, what is not the service you want to do branding in the market? What is branding? First of all, you yourself is the first brand, first and foremost brand who's founding that product, right? So, once you believe in your own brand, to start showcasing it to the world, you need to kind of get the buy-in. So today, if you look at branding, there are multiple ways. It's very important because any funding, any capital, any PE funds, whenever they want to invest in your idea, first they invest in you. So the reason the first face-to-face interaction happens to figure out the hunger in you, to figure out the passion in your brand. So you yourself are the biggest brand. So if you create your own brand by your conviction, by your passion, by your dedication, you showcase it to the world, you will start attracting a lot of funding, guys, honestly. And once you do that, automatically, once you have fun, you start creating. So first invest in your brand to make your brand the irreplaceable one, then only you can attract all the other branding ideas we want, because you will represent your product, right? So if people invest in you, they'll invest in your product as well.
I hope the query is resolved.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, this is Dr. Shetty.
Hello,
Welcome,
Dr.
Dr.
Shetty.
Shetty. Welcome, Dr. Shetty, for the session.
My question is related to being an entrepreneur. What were your challenges, and how do you overcome those challenges?
Okay. Thank you so much. That's a lovely question. So I had a multiple challenge when I became an entrepreneur. I sort of decided to. Okay, I started an e-commerce venture for large residential complex, which basically sort of will put the product mix with multiple things. And I decided to the startup, and there was literally no financial support within the family. And when I jumped onto it, the first and foremost challenge what I faced is that I went to 130 angel investor. Everybody said no. So when I actually literally lost all my saving, all my money, when I decided to quit from my startup, I started asking question, why did it fail? Because I realized what I brought to the market, I wasn't very convinced about it, because my friend and all we discussed, we said, let's do something. This is a big opportunity. Market is moving that direction. Let's go and jump in and embrace it, and let us do it. So when all 130 angel investor turned me down, if I decided to really, if I would have believed in that idea, and if I would have really hold on to this, maybe 131st investor would have invested. But I think I also lost hope. I also kind of lost that belief. And then when I did sit back and analyze all of that, I realized that it's very, very important not to go by the trend. It is very important what you believe the product will work, what you think this is something you really want to solve. And with that conviction, if you go and that confidence shows in front of your talk and work, investor do buys in. Now that I'm the other side of the race, that where we sort of I work with venture capital firm and we decide who to fund, who not to fund. I see it is so much about the person who's presenting, how he's convinced about his own thing. So those big learning I had. And to overcome challenge, it is nothing impossible once you put your entire effort, entire belief system into the product. Then you think nothing can stop you. The moment you start shaking and you start dropping, and that's the time you actually lose. So if you have belief, just be at it, go ahead, change it, and make it happen for you.
Thank you, madam, for that.
I'm sorry, Harshita, I'm kind of overshooting my time. You told me half an hour is more than an hour now.
I hope I am not disturbing your regular schedule.
No, absolutely fine. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Well, there is a continuous, a question very irrelevant to the previous one. There are many people from rural India who are good in writing. How to make use of Amazon, Kindle, similar platform to get their talent shown to the world? They are not known to many. Can you guide me for some branding?
Okay, so it's very important what you do is that when you are not known, how to bring yourself up front. First of all, you need to share your story, your writing in the platform, right? So there are multiple social networking platform like Facebook, Instagram, different blog, different post where you can get a free access. And if you really write passionately, write something from your heart, you start getting noticed by the people. So let me sort of address this question about the book. So this book was never my plan to publish. What I used to do is that every Friday evening, when my friends decided to go for a party, I decided to sit with my pen and paper and write. So if the entire week's feeling has to pour into my poems, and I started sharing on the social media platform like Facebook and Instagram. So one fine day, the organizer of Corporate Diva, she kind of said that, I've been reading your poems. They are so motivating. I feel like really doing something for myself. Why don't you publish a book? I said, I really don't have the budget to publish the book. Neither I'm just doing it because everybody giving me a lot of, everybody came back to me and told me, ma'am, I love reading your poems. So please share more. This has totally changed my life. I felt like giving up, but after reading your poems, I decided not to quit. So I just said that, this is not the plan. I don't have the budget. I can't do it. Very surprisingly, the next day, I get a call from my publisher, Gully Writers, saying that, I've been sort of seeing your poetries. It is so captivating. I would love to publish your book. And then it just started sharing on the Facebook, from the Instagram. It went to Medium. So multiple platforms started sharing bits and pieces. From there, a publisher noticed it, an organizer noticed it. I got the entire book launched literally free of cost, right? I kind of had a large platform to publish it. The author kind of picked it up. So branding is all about being there, showcasing your talent through any social media. Create your YouTube channel, create your blog post, write in Facebook, write in Instagram, attract that kind of audience, tag that kind of content. You will definitely make a mark if your work is significant.
Well, thank you, madam. Is there any queries?
Yeah.
Participants?
Last question. This is again Dr. Sharon Shetty. I'm an academician. I'm in the academic field for more than 15 years. I worked abroad too for 5 years. And currently I'm in Bangalore. So I would like to come up with an entrepreneurial this thing. What is your suggestion? How can I take it as a challenge? That is a risk actually, again to me a risk. So how can I come up with that?
So is the entrepreneurial something, sir, you want to passionately do, or you want to do because you're seeing people are doing it around?
Yeah, because I already started in the college as a Sahyadri Capital as an entity because it's a
Right.
broking house. I already started. That is for the students and the management. So it is not my own. So if at all I want to start my own, what are your suggestions being an academician? Because to be to the academician.
So, what I believe is that no matter whether you are academician or you are into the corporate body, what is that very important? If you believe the idea which want to sort of bring it to life, it is not that where you belong right now. It is that how much you believe in that idea. And if you really have set forward, you had a plan in place, why don't you start initiating it while you are working somewhere? Start initiating it and start working towards it simultaneously. Test it out in the market, see how the response. I'm sure if the idea is good and you're so passionate, it will go places because there is nothing can stop you. So start whatever is there in your mind, start testing it from today in the market. I understand. I know there's a lot of friends of mine who went to education institute. One of my friend, she has been a teacher in one of the high school, and in one time her husband lost a job and she got into huge financial pressure, and she said that, Sangeeta, I want to start something for the birthday parties. I want to really do something because I need light income. So would you give a chance? So I said, okay, for my son's birthday party, you come and do it. The site name is Birthday Bash. And she, the first time, will you really invest in me because I'm really like first timer? I said, you're my friend and that's more important. It doesn't matter. You will do it with more love and care. So I don't really require a professional for that. And she did such brilliant job. So there are some 100 of my friends came for the party and everybody liked so much that she kept on getting ordered and order kept flowing into her. So if you really believe in an idea, no matter whether you're an academician, a student, or a professional, you put your entire heart and soul into that idea. And no matter the moment you put your heart and soul into anything, it will become a success.
That was really lovely, madam, and truly encouraging and motivating, in fact. Any more queries or discussions that anyone would like to? Am I audible?
This I think went pretty long.
No, it
We
is
thought
really
half an
lovely.
hour.
Our
Yeah, yeah,
session
I'm so
actually,
glad.
it was really encouraging, and I could better say that we had good amount of information, knowledge, and experience sharing from your
Life is all
amazing
about experience, right? So the moment you bring that experience up front and you can motivate people, that's the biggest thing you can do, because
truth.
it
That is
is not
true.
about
Agreed.
what spoon you are born with, what spoon you make during your life journey, right?
Agreed. Agreed. Completely agreed. It's all about how we make our boots at the later
Exactly.
of it.
Exactly.
Well, I believe that there is no more queries, and thank you, participants. I am sorry that I've taken 12 minutes of yours from the decided time. Thank you for the patience. Thank you for sharing enough of queries, both on text and on video. And on behalf of the entire team of RSN Consulting, Evolution Careers, the team members who had put enough of efforts to make this season possible, the second series of webinar. And the most important, I'm really thankful to Ms. Sangeeta RoyChaudhuri for sharing informative as well as knowledge regarding branding, financials, the market investments on the later segments. And the most important thing, how to get motivated. Madam, every of your PPT, every of your slides, every of your talks today are really very much motivating. Some, I'm pretty sure it would have touched many lives in the webinar that was conducted today. Anything that you would like to share on behalf of the session, ma'am?
Thank you so much. I know Harshit, I'm so sorry I couldn't come earlier. She's been following up with me, but I'm really glad that I could contribute something. And thanks to you for organizing such event, which is a need of the hour, because this is a
Thank you.
testing time. This is a time people like to give up. And this is a time you created some phenomenal initiative by getting speaker from across the country and getting people motivated, sharing ideas, sharing evolutionary theory. I'm sure this will be a long way to go. So thanks so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure to interact with all the participants and, of course, be part of this journey. And pleasure knowing you. Hope to stay
Thank
connected.
you.
God bless and thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your such an awesome session, enthralling speech, and a motivation session throughout the series. And thanks once again to all of you. Thank you all the participants for really adding enough of your presence that makes a lot to us. And thank you all. Stay tuned. We'll get back to you tomorrow. Same time.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, madam.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Namaste.
so much. Thank you.